And there's two of everything except for the giraffe, 'cause Nellie...
Whether you were a devoted fan of Little House on the Prairie during its original airing, or found joy in its reruns, the picturesque depiction of pioneer life may have concealed a less-than-perfect reality behind the scenes. While the series beautifully illustrated the struggles and triumphs of the Ingalls family, darker truths were often hidden from view. Scandals involving cast members, personal conflicts, and the pressures of production created an environment far removed from the wholesome stories portrayed on screen. Behind the idyllic settings and heartwarming moments lay tensions and challenges that shaped the experiences of those involved. The contrast between the cheerful narratives and the off-screen turmoil raises questions about the authenticity of the show's portrayal. Exploring these hidden aspects reveals a more complex story, inviting viewers to reconsider the moments they thought they knew so well.
Would you say it was 15 or 20?
Well, I'd say 15, give or take a few.
Good, then it's ready.
In one memorable blooper scene from Little House on the Prairie, viewers got a glimpse of the off-screen camaraderie between Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura, and the actors portraying her on-screen rivals, Nellie and Percival. Despite the intense rivalry depicted on the show, the two actresses, Alison Arngrim and Melissa Gilbert, were actually close friends off-camera. Their friendship shone through in moments that were not edited out, revealing the playful side of their relationship. As the series progressed, Nellie and Percival's on-screen romance became a focal point, often leading to passionate displays of affection that were intentionally designed to provoke Laura. This dynamic added a layer of drama to the show, contrasting sharply with Laura's more subdued love life with Almanzo. The emotional insensitivity of Nellie and Percival's antics was particularly difficult for Gilbert, who was young and innocent at the time. Their bold and often exaggerated on-screen kisses were not just for show. They were a way to push Gilbert's buttons, adding a unique layer of complexity to the behind-the-scenes interactions of the cast. The fact that Steve Tracy, the actor who played Percival, was openly gay added another layer of intrigue to the storyline, yet it did not overshadow the playful rivalry that unfolded between the characters. This behind-the-scenes reality showcased the lighter side of a series that often dealt with serious themes, reminding fans that even in the world of television drama, friendships could flourish amidst the chaos of scripted rivalries.
Well, why don't you?
I was hoping to.
Despite the wholesome image of Little House on the Prairie, the reality behind the scenes was often quite different. Many cast and crew members struggled with serious addictions, primarily involving alcohol and drugs. It was not unusual for the crew to consume 230 racks of Coors beer every day, and some particularly stressful filming days were even referred to as 3-case days. Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura Ingalls, revealed in her memoir that Michael Landon, the show star and producer, was one of the heaviest drinkers on set. He would begin his day with coffee spiked with liquor and continued to drink throughout the day. Most people on set were unaware of the extent of his drinking, as he managed to keep it hidden for a long time. However, over time, the severity of his alcoholism became clear to those around him. This hidden struggle reflected a broader pattern of substance abuse that permeated the production environment, revealing a stark contrast to the family-friendly themes portrayed on screen.
Hundreds, I guess.
Michael Landon, known for his role in Little House on the Prairie, had a complex identity that contrasted with his on-screen persona. Born as Eugene Maurice Orwitz, he was of Jewish heritage. His father, Eli Maurice Orwitz, was Jewish, while his mother, Peggy O'Neill, practiced Catholicism. Growing up in New York and New Jersey, Landon navigated a world where his cultural background shaped him. Although he portrayed a character often seen promoting Christian values, Landon did not view this as a conflict with his own beliefs. He identified more with his father's Jewish culture rather than adhering strictly to religious practices. While he expressed a belief in God, he did not subscribe to any specific religious doctrine. This unique blend of backgrounds influenced his life and work, allowing him to connect with diverse audiences. Landon's ability to embody a character that resonated with Christian themes, while maintaining his Jewish cultural identity, showcases the complexity of his personal beliefs and professional choices.
Still unconscious.
Landon's curls were something to marvel at, captivating audiences with their lush appearance. However, if one assumed that his rich brunette mane was all natural, they would be mistaken. His signature look came from a bottle, as his actual hair color was a muted ashy brown. Landon took his hair color very seriously, recognizing its importance in creating his character on screen. He routinely visited a professional stylist to ensure the dye job was done right, maintaining the vibrant hue that fans adored. Despite his efforts, the challenges of filming often arose. As he began to notice some grays, the combination of set lights and natural sunlight would cause his dye to take on a peculiar purplish hue. This unexpected change led producers to call in extra help from professional colorists, who worked diligently to fix the issue and restore his hair to its intended color. The behind-the-scenes effort showcased not just Landon's commitment to his appearance, but also the intricate details that went into making Little House on the Prairie a beloved series.
Broken wing here.
Well, can you...
Despite its light-hearted tone, the series often tackled serious issues that were quite bold for its time. It addressed topics like sexual assault, which was rarely discussed openly in family programming. The show highlighted the struggles of characters who faced the aftermath of such trauma, emphasizing the emotional and psychological impact on victims. Drug addiction also found its way into the narrative, showcasing how it affected families and communities, reflecting a growing awareness of substance abuse issues during the era. Racism and prejudice were other significant themes explored in the series. Characters faced discrimination based on their race or background, prompting important conversations about acceptance and understanding. The series did not shy away from showing the harsh realities of life, including the challenges faced by those with disabilities. It portrayed characters with various disabilities, illustrating their struggles and triumphs, thus fostering empathy among viewers. Adoption was another sensitive subject featured in the series. It explored the complexities of forming new family bonds and the emotional journeys involved in adopting children. These themes resonated with audiences as they presented a more nuanced view of the human experience. In many ways, Little House on the Prairie was ahead of its time, addressing issues that few other shows dared to confront. The series opened doors for discussions on topics that were often considered taboo, paving the way for future television programs to explore similar themes with greater openness and sensitivity.
Exact. That student will receive a failing grade. That's very simple.
Willie Oleson, portrayed by Jonathan Gilbert, was the younger brother of Nellie Oleson in the beloved series Little House on the Prairie. In a twist of fate, Jonathan Gilbert and Melissa Gilbert, who played Nellie, were actually siblings in real life, having been adopted by the same family. However, their relationship soured after the show concluded. Following the end of Little House, Jonathan pursued an education, earning an MBA, and eventually establishing a career as a stockbroker in New York. Meanwhile, Melissa continued her acting career and took on significant roles in the industry, including serving as president of the Screen Actors Guild from 2001 to 25. In 2016, she made headlines by running for a seat in the U.S. House of Representatives, representing Michigan's 8th congressional district. Despite being the presumptive Democratic nominee, she faced challenges that forced her to withdraw from the race due to injuries sustained in a serious accident in 2012. Their paths diverged significantly after their time on the show, illustrating how personal and professional lives can change over time.
Gary, we almost forgot about you. Well, now that's quite...
Mary and Laura Les had a tumultuous relationship during the filming of Little House on the Prairie. From the very beginning, Melissa Anderson and Melissa Gilbert, the actresses who portrayed the sisters, struggled to get along. Their dislike for each other was so intense that it created a divide on set, making it uncomfortable for everyone involved. The tension between them was palpable, and it seemed as though no one wanted to be caught in the middle of their ongoing feud. This animosity persisted throughout the entire series, which lasted for many years. Imagine working alongside someone you absolutely despise for such an extended period. While many can relate to having a coworker who rubs them the wrong way, few experience it as intensely as these two young actresses did. Their constant fighting and bickering created a hostile environment, not just for them, but for the entire cast and crew. It was a unique challenge to portray sisters on screen while harboring such animosity off-screen. Their struggles became a notable aspect of the show's behind-the-scenes story, highlighting the complexities of working relationships in the entertainment industry. Walnut Grove is a real place that holds historical significance as the setting for the beloved television series Little House on the Prairie. The Les family lived on a small farm near this village, which is located in Redwood County, Minnesota. Laura Ingalls Wilder, who wrote the original semi-autobiographical book series that inspired the show, spent several years of her childhood in Walnut Grove. While her stories were influenced by various locations significant to her life, the real Walnut Grove was founded in 1874 and incorporated in 1879. This small town has a population of only 806 as of 2019 and covers a land area of just 1 square mile. The charm of Walnut Grove lies in its rich history and the way it reflects the pioneer spirit that Laura captured in her writings. The town's modest size and close-knit community provide a glimpse into the life of early settlers in the American Midwest, making it a noteworthy location for fans of the series and history enthusiasts alike.
Be something.
It would have to be in the nature of a miracle, beyond the knowledge or skill of a doctor.
The chemistry among the cast of Little House on the Prairie was remarkable, contributing significantly to the show's charm and appeal. On-set romances blossomed during the production, creating a unique dynamic that added depth to the relationships portrayed on screen. The series, which aired from September 11, 1974 to March 10, 1982, captured the hearts of audiences with its portrayal of pioneer life in rural America. The setting evoked a longing for simpler times, and the show's themes resonated deeply with viewers. The series was based on the beloved books by Laura Ingalls Wilder, who drew from her childhood experiences in the Midwest. Her family's struggles and triumphs while homesteading inspired her writing, which later translated into the television series. The talented cast brought these stories to life, and their interactions, both on and off the screen, contributed to the show's enduring legacy. The possibility of a remake has been discussed, but the original series remains irreplaceable, cherished by fans for its authenticity and heartfelt storytelling. The bonds formed during the filming of Little House on the Prairie are a testament to the show's lasting impact and the connections it fostered among its cast members.
Well, I'm telling you.
Melissa Gilbert and Michael Landon shared a complex friendship that evolved throughout the years they worked together on Little House on the Prairie. Melissa, who portrayed Laura Ingalls, faced personal tragedy at a young age when her adopted father committed suicide. At the time, she was told he had suffered a stroke, which left her feeling a void in her life. When she was cast in the series at just 11 years old, she found a father figure in Michael Landon, who played her on-screen father, Charles Ingalls. Their bond grew strong, with Michael expressing his affection for her, saying he loved her like a daughter. They enjoyed playful moments off camera, creating a close-knit relationship. However, their friendship faced challenges when Michael divorced his wife to pursue a romantic relationship with Cindy Clerico, a makeup artist on set. Melissa, whose own parents had divorced when she was 8, felt deeply betrayed by Michael's actions. Her anger led her to cut off all contact with him, straining their once close relationship. Over time, Melissa reflected on their past and decided to reconcile when Michael was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She reached out to him, and they mended their friendship before his passing. In a touching tribute to their bond, Melissa named one of her children Michael, honoring the man who had once been a significant figure in her life.
We can't ask her to give that up.
Charles, we wouldn't ask her to give it up.
Portraying romance on screen proved to be a significant challenge for Melissa Gilbert. During her time on Little House on the Prairie, as a young actress, she faced the uncomfortable reality of having to perform romantic scenes with much older actors. This issue was particularly pronounced during the show's production in the 1970s, where such casting practices were common. When Melissa was just 15 years old, she had to perform her first stage kiss, which was also her first real-life kiss. This moment came while playing Laura Ingalls, who ultimately married Almanzo Wilder, portrayed by Dean Butler, who was 23 at the time. The age difference made the experience quite daunting for Melissa, as she felt terrified about kissing someone significantly older than herself. In her discomfort, she turned to Michael Landon, her close friend and father figure, who also directed many episodes of the series. Michael took her concerns seriously and discussed the situation with the producers. Thankfully, they were receptive to her feelings and decided to alter the scene, changing the on-screen kiss to a light kiss on the cheek. This adjustment allowed Melissa to feel more comfortable, while still conveying the essence of the romance in the story.
Bringing in the sheets, so
The dynamic between Laura Ingalls and Nellie Oleson in the beloved series Little House on the Prairie showcased a remarkable contrast between on-screen rivalry and off-screen friendship. Melissa Gilbert, who played Laura, and Allison Arngrim, who portrayed Nellie, were known for their intense on-screen battles, with their characters representing two families that could not have been more different. The Ingalls family, led by the kind and hard-working Charles and Caroline, often found themselves at odds with the wealthy and spoiled and the character of Nellie, who frequently tormented Laura. This rivalry created memorable moments filled with tension and drama that captured the audience's attention. However, behind the scenes, the story was quite different. Melissa and Allison developed a strong friendship during their time working together. They shared countless adventures and enjoyed each other's company outside of filming. Their bond was so close that they often had sleepovers at each other's homes, engaging in playful antics and creating lasting memories. This friendship was a testament to their professionalism and talent as actors. Despite their characters' animosity, they were able to convincingly portray their rivalry on screen, demonstrating their skills and dedication to their craft. Their ability to switch from close friends to fierce rivals in front of the camera speaks volumes about their acting abilities and the depth of their friendship. The contrast between their real-life relationship and their on-screen personas remains one of the most fascinating aspects of Little House on the Prairie.
My man. Oh, I don't know as I'd care to go back. It's a busy place. You know, they got...
Melissa faced playful teasing from her fellow cast members during her time on Little House on the Prairie. Known for her innocence, she found it challenging to portray her on-screen romance with Dean Butler. While most of the cast respected her feelings to avoid embarrassing her, a couple of her friends took the opportunity to have some fun. Allison Arngrim, who played the mischievous Nellie, was one of Melissa's best friends. Alongside Steve Tracy, who portrayed Percival, they decided to play up their on-screen romance in a way that would tease Melissa. They engaged in joking, heated make-out sessions, intentionally making her feel uncomfortable. This was all in good fun, but it likely made Melissa feel quite embarrassed. Despite their on-screen antics, the reality was different. While Steve and Allison had a great friendship, Steve was gay, which meant that any notion of a real romance with Allison was purely fictional. Their playful teasing highlighted the camaraderie and light-hearted spirit among the cast, even as they navigated the challenges of filming emotional scenes.
Well, will you do me a favor, boy? We just think about it.
While the beloved series Little House on the Prairie showcased a tight-knit family on screen, the reality behind the scenes was more complex. Melissa Gilbert and Allison Arngrim formed a strong friendship during filming, but not all relationships were so harmonious. Melissa Sue Anderson, who played Mary Ingalls, had a notable feud with Gilbert, despite their characters appearing close in the series. The reasons for their discord remain unclear, but Gilbert described Anderson as cold and bratty in her memoir, Prairie Tale. This sentiment reflected a broader sense among the cast, with reports suggesting that Anderson's demeanor was often perceived as icy. Some speculate that Anderson's sheltered upbringing and protective mother may have contributed to her struggles in forming friendships. Even years after the show concluded, the rift between Gilbert and Anderson persisted, with neither actor willing to reconcile. The dynamics among the cast highlight the complexities of working relationships in a long-running series, where on-screen chemistry did not always translate to off-screen camaraderie. Despite the serious themes often portrayed in Little House on the Prairie, the cast members had a great time together, filled with laughter and playful moments. Michael Landon, who played Charles Ingalls, was known for his love of practical jokes. His playful spirit helped create a warm and fun atmosphere on set. Melissa Gilbert, who portrayed Laura Ingalls, and Allison Arngrim, who played Nellie Oleson, learned a few tricks from Landon. One memorable prank involved them putting sarin wrap over one of the toilets, which resulted in a hilarious surprise for their unsuspecting co-stars. This kind of humor was not only a way to lighten the mood, but also helped build strong bonds among the cast. The camaraderie they shared, despite any differences, made the long hours of filming enjoyable and memorable. The playful antics and jokes contributed to a sense of family among the cast members, making Little House on the Prairie not just a show about pioneer life, but also a testament to the joy of friendship and laughter.
Very well at all.
I don't care how I did as long as he recommends me for a job.
William Olson and Laura Ingalls were siblings in real life. a fact that adds a unique layer to their characters on the beloved television series Little House on the Prairie. William Olson was portrayed by Jonathan Gilbert, while Laura Ingalls was played by Melissa Gilbert. The shared last name between Jonathan and Melissa is not merely coincidental. They were adopted siblings in reality. This connection fostered a strong bond during their formative years on the show, which captured the hearts of many viewers with its portrayal of family life in a simpler time. However, as life often unfolds, Melissa Gilbert revealed in her autobiography that she and Jonathan Gilbert became estranged later in life. Despite their close upbringing and the fond memories they shared while acting together, some relationships fade over time. This reality serves as a poignant reminder that even the strongest connections can change. Nevertheless, there remains a glimmer of hope that the two will find the time to reconnect. Perhaps one day, they will be able to rekindle the closeness they once had during their time on Little House on the Prairie. The show's legacy continues to resonate with fans, and the story of William and Laura's real-life relationship adds depth to its narrative.
My sister, Annabelle.
Despite its uplifting tone, Little House on the Prairie ended tragically, leaving a lasting impression on its audience. The series, which depicted the life of the Ingalls family on a farm in Walnut Grove, Minnesota, tackled many tough issues like poverty, divorce, addiction, abuse, and alcoholism. These themes resonated with viewers, making the show both relatable and impactful. However, the show's conclusion sparked much debate and speculation among fans. Many wondered why such a well-received series was canceled, especially after enjoying unprecedented success. Michael Landon, who played a lead role and also served as director, writer, and producer, provided insight into the show's ending. He explained that various factors contributed to the decision to conclude the series, including changes in television viewership and the desire to end on a high note rather than dragging the story out. The controversial ending has kept fans talking for years, reflecting their deep connection to the characters and stories portrayed throughout the series. The unresolved feelings about the finale continue to evoke discussions about what could have been, highlighting the enduring legacy of Little House on the Prairie.
I'm not going to beg you, Jonathan.
Woman, you think this is easy for me?
Michael Landon had a significant role in the creation and success of Little House on the Prairie. Having already made a name for himself as a star on the long-running TV Western Bonanza, Landon was a familiar face when he was approached by NBC producer Ed Friendly. He was not only set to star in the series but also to direct the 1974 pilot episode of the family drama, which was set in 1800s Minnesota. Landon portrayed Charles Ingalls, the loving patriarch of the Ingalls family, and his involvement was so profound that he appeared in nearly every episode during the first 8 seasons. Not only did he star in and produce these seasons, but he also transitioned to a behind-the-scenes role for the final season, which introduced a new family to the Little House. This last season was rebranded as Little House: A New Beginning, where Melissa Gilbert's character, Laura, now married, took center stage. Landon's directorial talents were evident as he directed 90 out of the show's 204 episodes. He was responsible for crafting the plot of both the initial 2-hour pilot and the series finale. His directing style was described as unique, and he was known for his warm and welcoming personality on set. According to Allison Arngrim, who played the mischievous Nellie Oleson, Landon acted as a father figure to many of the young actors, including Melissa Sue Anderson and Melissa Gilbert. In a 2018 interview, Arngrim shared stories of Landon's playful nature and his habit of pranking cast members, highlighting his sense of humor and the friendly atmosphere he fostered on set. Tragically, Landon's life was cut short when he passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 54, leaving behind a legacy of warmth, creativity, and dedication that shaped Little House on the Prairie into a beloved classic.
The name is Hallinan. My boy find out anything different.
Throughout its run, Little House on the Prairie showcased a variety of memorable moments, including several amusing bloopers that have since become fan favorites. One of the funniest bloopers involves the character Laura, played by Melissa Gilbert. According to Gilbert and Lenny Parker, who runs a fan website dedicated to the show, Laura's pregnancy seemed to stretch on for an extended period, lasting a little over a year. She first announced her pregnancy during a warm season, yet by the following summer, she was still expecting, leading to some humorous inconsistencies in the storyline. Another notable blooper occurs in the Season 8 episode titled Wave of the Future, where Colonel Sanders, the founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, makes an appearance. In this episode, Nellie's restaurant is transformed into a franchise called Mistress Sullivan, and she soon regrets her decision, seeking help from Charles and Nellie to open a competing restaurant. Colonel Sanders then offers Harriet a deal to start her own chicken franchise. This moment is particularly funny because it is an anachronism. Colonel Sanders was born in 1890, and Kentucky Fried Chicken was not founded until 1952, while the show's timeline is set in the 1870s and 1880s. In Season 5's episode titled The Odyssey, an intense scene unfolds, where an unknown assailant attempts to throw Albert off a moving train. Amidst this gripping moment, keen-eyed viewers can spot a peculiar sight. A dummy is thrown from the train instead of a living person, landing gracefully in the grass. This is made even funnier by the fearless stuntman who rolls down the hill, surpassing the stationary dummy in a comic contrast that lightens the tension of the scene. These moments highlight the charm and occasional slip-ups that fans continue to enjoy long after the show first aired.
Here. Oh, 5, 4.
Amidst the earnestness of the Little House on the Prairie set, laughter and hijinks often found their way into the lives of the cast members. One such purveyor of pranks was none other than the talented Michael Landon. Rachel Greenbush, who portrayed the youngest Ingalls sibling Carrie, shared in an interview that Landon was a big practical joker. With a twinkle in her eye, she recalled how she and her on-screen sister, Melissa Gilbert, would venture off to the creek during breaks, embarking on frog-catching escapades. They would return to the set with their tiny amphibian friends in tow, ready to surprise Landon with their slimy gifts. In a gleeful act of deception, Landon would take the unsuspecting frogs and place them in his mouth. He would then approach fellow cast and crew members with a mischievous grin, opening his mouth to let the frogs spring forth. This act would send those around him into fits of startled panic, creating moments of joy and laughter on set. The playful spirit of the cast, led by Landon's antics, helped foster a warm and friendly atmosphere, making the long days of filming more enjoyable. These memories of fun and laughter remain cherished by those who experienced them, highlighting the camaraderie that developed among the cast members during the making of the beloved series.
It was too long.
Charles.
I never said I was a good student.
In the beloved series Little House on the Prairie, viewers often notice subtle, yet intriguing details that added character to the show. One such detail is the presence of noisy tree branches outside the front upstairs window next to the girl's bed. This curious occurrence can be seen in at least 2 episodes, specifically The Monster of Walnut Grove and The Music Box. In these scenes, the branches appear to be moving and rustling as if a strong wind is blowing outside. However, a closer look reveals that there is no tree nearby the house in any other scenes throughout the series. This inconsistency raises questions and adds a layer of charm to the show. It is likely that the production team used stock footage or sound effects to create an atmospheric setting. Such small bloopers can sometimes go unnoticed, but they contribute to the unique viewing experience of the series. Fans of Little House on the Prairie may find these moments endearing, as they highlight the show's production quirks and the charm of its storytelling.
Doc Maker. Any calls?
Yes, Ginny Sherman.
Throughout the series, a curious mistake some observant fans have noticed is the family quilt that seems to magically change its location. This quilt can be seen on various beds, including the Olsen's bed, Charles's parents' bed, and even on the bed of other characters throughout the series. The quilt is mostly white, with small blocks forming a design similar to the double wedding ring quilt lieutenant. This recurring appearance of the quilt raises questions about continuity and prop management in the show. Additionally, other quilts also appear in different locations, suggesting that the production team reused some props and costumes to save on resources and time. This practice is not uncommon in television, especially in shows with a limited budget. Fans of Little House on the Prairie have pointed out these details, adding a layer of enjoyment as they spot the quilt in various scenes. Such observations highlight the charm of the series, where small inconsistencies can spark conversations among viewers about the beloved characters and their lives. Anachronistic clothing in Little House on the Prairie serves as a notable example of a common issue faced by many historical television shows. The series, set in the 1870s and 1880s, features characters wearing outfits and hairstyles that do not accurately reflect the period. For instance, Caroline Ingalls, played by Karen Grassel, is sometimes seen wearing a raw, a type of clothing that was not invented until 1912. This discrepancy can pull viewers out of the story, as it highlights the differences between the actual historical context and the show's portrayal. Additionally, some female characters sport perms that resemble hairstyles more typical of the 1970s rather than the 1880s. Melissa Gilbert, who portrayed Laura Ingalls, has openly acknowledged that her hair was often too long and modern for her character. These anachronisms, while perhaps unintentional, remind audiences that the show, despite its heartwarming narratives, does not always adhere strictly to historical accuracy in its costuming choices.
Everything all right?
Everything's fine.
One particular case has stood out among fans of Little House on the Prairie. A Reddit user named Gorosaurus Rex fondly recalls their all-time favorite character, Albert, and highlighted a perplexing inconsistency in the made-for-TV movie. The story implied that Albert met his demise, but in another episode, it was stated that he grew up to become the esteemed doctor of Walnut Grove. This discrepancy has always bothered fans, including Gorosaurus Rex, who mentioned it several times to their boyfriend. As a remarkable anniversary surprise, their thoughtful partner arranged for Melissa Gilbert, the actress who played Laura Ingalls, to send a personalized video message addressing the continuity confusion and providing her own explanation. In her response, Gilbert acknowledged the perplexing situation and shared a delightful tongue-in-cheek explanation for it. She humorously suggested her own imaginative twist, proposing that Albert did indeed meet his fate in the movie, but in a whimsical turn, he returned to the town as a zombie. An undead doctor who served Walnut Grove added an unexpected layer to the beloved character's story, showcasing how fans can engage with and reinterpret the narratives they love.
No, not to me. He implied he was all...
In the grand finale of Little House on the Prairie, aptly titled The Last Farewell, a notable continuity mistake stands out to observant viewers. The episode is set in 1901, which is over a decade after the events depicted in the final season. Logically, most of the adults who had graced the screen in earlier seasons would have aged into their 60s and 70s by this time. In fact, the real-life Charles, played by Michael Landon, sadly passed away just a year later in 1902. Furthermore, the children who appeared in the final seasons, including Carrie, Jenny, Nancy, James, and Cassandra, would have grown into young adults during this time. Yet, curiously, no one on the show seems to have aged significantly. It feels as if time stood still, freezing the characters in a perpetual state of youthfulness. This inconsistency becomes particularly evident when considering Laura's voiceover in the Season 9 premiere, where she mentions it as the spring of 1887, a full 14 years prior to the events in The Last Farewell. It feels as if only a couple of years have elapsed in the lives of the characters, highlighting a timeless mistake that many fans of the show have noticed over the years.
No daughter of mine is going to have to sit still for that kind of abuse. She's better off here.
Michael Landon faced significant challenges in his early life that shaped him into the person he would later become. Born Eugene Morris Orowitz on October 31, 1936, in Forest Hills, a neighborhood in Queens, New York, his family moved to Collingswood, New Jersey, when he was just 4 years old. This move marked the beginning of a turbulent childhood. Landon celebrated his bar mitzvah at Temple Beth Shalom, a significant event in his Jewish upbringing. However, his childhood was overshadowed by the distressing mental health struggles of his mother. He often worried about her attempts to take her own life, which created an atmosphere of fear and anxiety in their home. One harrowing incident occurred during a family beach vacation when his mother attempted to drown herself. Landon, even at a young age, managed to rescue her, but the trauma of such experiences weighed heavily on him. The stress from these events led to personal struggles, including a childhood issue with bedwetting. This problem was exacerbated by his mother's reaction, as she would publicly display his wet sheets outside their window for all to see. Such actions not only humiliated him, but also contributed to a sense of shame and anxiety that he carried into adulthood. These tough beginnings played a crucial role in shaping Landon's character and his later work in television, where he often portrayed resilient and compassionate characters.
My fault.
It's nobody's fault.
Get out. Just get...
After Little House on the Prairie ended, Michael Landon, who played Charles Ingalls, became one of the wealthiest stars from the show. His net worth was estimated at $1 million as of January 2023. Landon was known not just for his acting, but also for his work as a director and producer, which contributed to his financial success. Upon his passing, he left a significant inheritance for his family, specifically $8 million to each of his 9 children. This decision was reported by People magazine and highlighted Landon's desire to ensure financial stability for his family. His son, Michael Landon Jr., followed in his father's footsteps, becoming a successful producer and director in his own right. He arranged to leave each of his siblings between $8 million and $10 million, showing a commitment to family unity. To prevent any disputes over the inheritance, he encouraged open communication and discouraged fighting among them, demonstrating a thoughtful approach to wealth and family dynamics. Karen Grassel played the beloved character, Caroline Ingalls, the mother of 3 daughters, on the iconic television series Little House on the Prairie. Her portrayal of Caroline resonated with audiences, showcasing the strength and warmth of a mother in the challenging environment of the American frontier. Although Grassel found success in her acting career beyond this role, none of her subsequent performances reached the same level of recognition as her time on Little House. After the show concluded, she appeared in various productions, including Harry's War and Wyatt Earp, demonstrating her range as an actress. Despite her continued involvement in film and television, Grassel's net worth is estimated to be around $500,000, which is modest compared to many of her Hollywood peers. Her journey reflects both the challenges and triumphs of an actress in the competitive entertainment industry, highlighting the lasting impact of her role on Little House on the Prairie.
I had to move to a sanatorium in Connecticut a year ago.
Melissa Gilbert boasts a net worth of $500,000. Beyond her celebrated acting career, Gilbert's financial journey has been marked by both triumphs and tribulations, offering a nuanced perspective on fame, fortune, and personal resilience. She is best known for her role as Laura Ingalls Wilder in the beloved television series Little House on the Prairie, which captured the hearts of many during its run. The show highlighted themes of family, perseverance, and the struggles of pioneer life, making Gilbert a household name. In a surprising turn of events, Gilbert ventured into politics in 2016, running as a Democratic candidate for Michigan's 8th Congressional District. This move showcased her desire to engage in public service and advocate for important issues beyond the entertainment industry. Despite facing health challenges that ultimately led to the suspension of her campaign, Gilbert's commitment to civic engagement remained strong. Her political aspirations reflected a dedication to making a difference and using her platform to influence change, illustrating that her journey extends far beyond acting. Throughout her career, Gilbert has navigated various ups and downs, demonstrating resilience in the face of adversity. Her experiences in both entertainment and politics highlight the complexities of public life and the personal growth that can come from challenging circumstances. Melissa Gilbert's story is one of perseverance, showcasing how a person can evolve and strive for meaningful contributions in various fields.
Dylan doesn't lead a very active life, does he, Mrs. Whittaker?
Reports estimate that Lindsay and Sidney Greenbush, known for their roles on Little House on the Prairie, have a combined net worth somewhere between $1 million and $5 million US. Their time on the show contributed significantly to their early fame and financial standing. The Greenbush twins played the characters Carrie Ingalls and were part of the beloved series that captured the hearts of many viewers. The show, which aired from 1974 to 1983, depicted the life of the Ingalls family as they faced the challenges of frontier living. While the Greenbush twins enjoyed success, it is noteworthy that Michael Landon, who played Charles Ingalls, was worth far more than any of his co-stars at the time of his death in 1991. Landon's net worth was a testament to his career as an actor, director, and producer, showcasing the different levels of financial success among the cast. The legacy of Little House on the Prairie continues to resonate, and the financial paths of its stars reflect their varying degrees of success in the entertainment industry. As the final credits roll on this beloved episode of Little House on the Prairie, we invite you to stay tuned for something truly special. The world of Walnut Grove may have come to a close, but the stories of its cast are just beginning to unfold. What became of the actors who brought such warmth and authenticity to our screens? Did they find success in new roles, or did they take unexpected paths? From heartwarming reunions to surprising career changes, the lives of these talented individuals after the show ended are filled with twists that will captivate you. Discover the journeys of Michael Landon, Melissa Gilbert, and others as we delve into their post-Prairie lives. You won't want to miss these intriguing tales that reveal not just the actors, but the real people behind the characters we cherished. Join us as we explore the legacies they created long after the final curtain fell.
Father! The point isn't whether you knew or not, is it? The point is that
Jason Bateman portrayed James Cooper Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a role that introduced him to audiences as a young actor. His character was notable for being part of the Ingalls family dynamic, navigating the trials of frontier life alongside his siblings. While his performance was well received, it was just the beginning of a complex career. After Little House on the Prairie, Bateman struggled to find consistent work, facing the harsh realities of Hollywood. He transitioned from child actor to adult roles, often battling typecasting. His career saw a resurgence in the early 2000s with shows like Arrested Development, but personal hardships loomed. Bateman grappled with the pressures of fame, leading to a period of intense scrutiny and speculation about his personal life. In 2005, Bateman faced a scandal when rumors about his off-screen behavior circulated, impacting his public image. Despite this, he managed to reclaim his career, finding success in both television and film. Behind the scenes, he dealt with family challenges, including the complexities of his parents' divorce. As of the latest updates, Bateman continues to work in the industry, producing and starring in various projects. His journey reflects resilience amidst the shadows of fame, a testament to his ability to navigate both personal and professional trials.
My friend.
You were mine because you wanted something from me. Your pa thought you could sweet-talk me into giving him a loan.
Kyle Richards portrayed Alicia Sanderson Edwards in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character that embodied innocence and resilience. Alicia's storyline revolved around her struggles with her family's hardships and the challenges of growing up in a tumultuous environment. Richards brought depth to the role, showcasing a young girl's determination to navigate life's trials. Following her time on the show, Richards faced numerous challenges in her personal life. She experienced a turbulent childhood in Hollywood, which included navigating the pressures of fame at a young age. Richards later became known for her role in The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, where her life was often scrutinized. She faced public scandals, including family disputes and personal struggles, particularly with her sister, Kim Richards, who battled addiction. The pressures of reality television highlighted her vulnerabilities, revealing a darker side to her glamorous life. Despite these hardships, Richards has continued to build her career, becoming a successful entrepreneur in fashion and beauty. As of now, she remains active in the entertainment industry, with recent appearances on reality television and ongoing business ventures.
Are to a body of literature which is known to but a few. Certainly his thoughts, his...
Allison Arngrim is best known for her role as Nellie Oleson in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie. Nellie was a character that embodied cruelty and privilege, making her one of television's most memorable antagonists. Arngrim's portrayal was so powerful that it left a lasting mark on pop culture, with many viewers despising her character while acknowledging her talent. After the show ended, Arngrim faced significant challenges. She struggled with the pressures of fame and the impact of her childhood stardom. Behind the scenes, she dealt with personal hardships, including the trauma of growing up in a family affected by abuse. In her adult life, Arngrim became an advocate for victims of abuse and a speaker on the topic, using her platform to raise awareness and support others. She also faced public scrutiny, including a controversial incident involving her family's history, which she openly discussed in interviews. Recently, Arngrim has continued to engage with fans through social media and conventions, sharing her experiences and insights about her life and career.
There's a reason. Charles believed me.
Rachel Lindsay Greenbush portrayed Carrie Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, capturing the innocence and vulnerability of the youngest Ingalls daughter. Her role was significant, as Carrie often represented the lightheartedness amidst the show's deeper themes of hardship and resilience. Despite her youthful charm, the pressures of fame took a toll on Greenbush after the show ended. As an adult, she faced personal challenges, including struggles with identity and mental health. The transition from child star to adult was not smooth. She experienced periods of obscurity and battled the shadows of her past. In the late 1980s, she and her twin sister, who also appeared on the show, faced a scandal involving a failed marriage and financial difficulties, which led to public scrutiny. In recent years, Greenbush has occasionally resurfaced in interviews, reflecting on her childhood fame and the lessons learned from it. She now leads a quieter life, focusing on family and personal growth. The last known information about her suggests a desire for privacy, with little public presence, hinting at a life lived away from the limelight's harsh glare. Steve Tracy portrayed Percival Isaac Cohen Dalton in the 1974 television series Little House on the Prairie. His character was a sensitive Jewish boy who faced prejudice and bullying, reflecting the struggles of those who are different. Tracy's performance brought depth to Percival, showcasing the pain of isolation and the importance of acceptance. This role became a defining moment in his career, establishing him as a talented actor in a beloved series. After Little House on the Prairie, Tracy's career saw ups and downs. He appeared in various television shows and films but struggled to find roles that matched his earlier success. His personal life was marked by challenges, including a battle with substance abuse. Tracy faced significant hardships, including the tragic loss of his partner, which deeply affected him. He found solace in writing and pursued projects that expressed his creative spirit, but the shadows of his past loomed large. Tracy's life ended prematurely when he died from complications related to AIDS in 1986. His legacy remains, remembered for his poignant portrayal of Percival and the struggles he faced both on and off the screen. Last known information indicates that he is often celebrated in retrospectives of Little House on the Prairie, but his personal story remains a cautionary tale of the darker sides of fame and the fragility of life.
My penny!
Charlotte Stewart portrayed Eva Beadle in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character marked by resilience and warmth. Eva, the schoolteacher, brought a nurturing presence to the show, often serving as a moral compass for the children and community. Stewart's performance resonated with viewers, showcasing her talent in portraying complex emotions within a seemingly simple setting. After Little House on the Prairie, Stewart's career continued with various roles in film and television, including appearances in shows like ER and films such as The Right Stuff. However, her life was not without challenges. Stewart faced personal hardships, including a tumultuous marriage that ended in divorce. She also battled financial difficulties and health issues that tested her resilience. In a surprising turn, she revealed in interviews her struggles with depression and the impact of losing her home in a fire. Despite these setbacks, Stewart remained active in the entertainment industry and found solace in her work. As of the last known information, she continues to share her experiences and connect with fans, reflecting on her journey with a sense of strength and survival.
Very badly. Would you be willing to trade for this cane?
Shannon Doherty portrayed Jenny Wilder in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character who brought a youthful innocence and resilience to the show. Jenny, the niece of Laura Ingalls, faced numerous challenges, mirroring the struggles of many children of that era. Doherty's performance captured the essence of a girl navigating loss and family dynamics, leaving a lasting impression on viewers. After Little House on the Prairie, Doherty's career took her through various roles in television and film, including notable parts in Beverly Hills 90210 and Charmed. However, her life was marked by personal turmoil. In the early 2000s, she faced legal battles, including a lawsuit against a former manager for mismanagement of her finances. Her struggles escalated in 2015 when she was diagnosed with breast cancer, leading to a public battle that showcased her strength and vulnerability. Despite the challenges, she remained a beloved figure, using her platform to raise awareness about health issues. In recent years, Doherty has continued to work in the entertainment industry while fighting her illness. As of late 2023, she has shared updates on her health journey, emphasizing the importance of support and resilience. Her story serves as a reminder of the complexities of fame and personal struggle.
It seemed easier and quieter if they weren't underfoot. Get yourself.
Melissa Gilbert's portrayal of Laura Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie defined her early career and captured the hearts of many. As Laura, she embodied the spirit of resilience and innocence, navigating the trials of pioneer life. The role brought her fame but also immense pressure. As she grew older, the weight of public expectation became a burden. After the show ended in 1983, Gilbert faced numerous personal challenges. She struggled with the transition from child star to adult actress, often feeling typecast. In the late 1980s, she battled substance abuse, which led to a tumultuous period in her life. Her relationships were fraught with difficulties, including a high-profile marriage to actor Beau Brinkman, which ended in divorce. In the 1990s, Gilbert found herself involved in a scandal when she revealed her struggles with depression and the impact of fame on her mental health. Despite these hardships, she continued to work in television and theater, earning respect as a director and producer. As of the latest updates, Melissa Gilbert remains active in the entertainment industry, advocating for mental health awareness and reflecting on her complex journey. Her life story is a testament to resilience in the face of adversity.
Still out.
Come on. What do you want?
Merlin Olsen portrayed Jonathan Garvey in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character defined by his strong moral compass and deep sense of family. Garvey was a devoted husband and father, embodying the struggles and triumphs of rural life. Olsen's performance brought a warmth to the character, making him a beloved figure among viewers. After Little House, Olsen transitioned into a successful career as a sports commentator and actor, appearing in shows like Father Murphy and the miniseries The Big Valley. However, his life was not without challenges. Olsen faced personal hardships, including the death of his father and the loss of his beloved wife, who battled cancer. He also dealt with the shadows of a public life, including scrutiny over his career choices and health issues. In 2009, Olsen was diagnosed with mesothelioma, a rare cancer linked to asbestos exposure. He fought bravely against the disease until his passing in March 2010. His legacy endures through his impactful roles and the lessons he imparted about resilience and family.
That his daughter was chosen for some very special purpose.
Melissa Sue Anderson portrayed Mary Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a role that defined her early career. As the eldest daughter of the Ingalls family, Mary faced numerous challenges, including blindness, which added depth to her character. Anderson's performance was both poignant and powerful, earning her critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. However, the pressures of fame took a toll on her personal life. After Little House ended, Anderson struggled to find roles that matched her early success. She faced the harsh realities of Hollywood, including typecasting and the struggle to be seen as more than just Mary Ingalls. In her personal life, she endured significant hardships, including a tumultuous marriage to actor Michael Sloan, which ended in divorce. The couple faced public scrutiny, and their separation was marked by distress and emotional turmoil. In later years, Anderson moved away from acting, focusing on writing and her family. She published a memoir detailing her experiences and the darker sides of fame. As of the latest updates, she remains relatively private, living a quiet life away from the spotlight, reflecting on her journey through the complexities of fame and personal struggles.
How could that man hear all that he heard and then send the boy away like that?
Patrick Labyorteaux portrayed Andrew Andy Garvey in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie. As Andy, he was a bright, spirited character who faced the challenges of growing up in a rural community. His role showcased themes of friendship and resilience, often reflecting the struggles of youth during that era. After Little House, Labyorteaux continued to act, appearing in various television shows and films, including a notable role in the series Jag. However, his life was not without turmoil. Labyorteaux faced personal hardships, including a difficult childhood marked by his parents' divorce and his mother's battle with mental health issues. He also dealt with the pressures of fame, which led to struggles with self-identity and substance abuse. In recent years, he has largely stepped back from the limelight, focusing on voice work and occasional appearances. The latest information on him indicates he remains active in the industry, but values his privacy, keeping a low profile.
And say, take it slow.
I will.
Karen Grassel portrayed Caroline Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, bringing a blend of strength and tenderness to the character of the pioneering mother. Her performance captured the struggles and resilience of a woman navigating the challenges of frontier life. Grassel's portrayal resonated with audiences, earning her recognition and establishing her as a beloved figure in television history. However, her life post-show was marked by personal hardships. Grassel faced a tumultuous divorce from her first husband, which left her grappling with financial difficulties. She battled alcoholism, a struggle that deeply impacted her personal and professional life. Despite these challenges, she found solace in theater and continued to act, appearing in various productions and television roles. Grassel also worked as a writer, penning her memoir, which revealed the darker aspects of her journey. Recently, she has participated in interviews and public appearances, reflecting on her past and advocating for mental health awareness.
Ah, the good old bubbly.
I never drink anything else. And the beer you ordered is your plus. You are sure this...
Michael Landon portrayed Charles Ingalls in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, embodying the resilient, loving father figure in a harsh frontier world. His performance resonated deeply with audiences, showcasing a man who faced life's challenges with strength and compassion. Beyond the screen, Landon's life was marked by personal struggles. He endured the tragic loss of his son, Josh, in a car accident, which profoundly affected him. His career flourished with hits like Bonanza and Highway to Heaven, yet he faced controversies, including disputes over creative control and tensions with network executives. Landon's personal life was tumultuous. He experienced 3 marriages with his second wife, Lynn, leaving him amid allegations of infidelity. His later years were shadowed by a battle with pancreatic cancer, which he fought bravely until his death in 1991. Despite his fame, Landon often grappled with the weight of his public persona and private pain. As of now, his legacy endures through his work, while the complexities of his life continue to intrigue fans and historians alike.
Buy it for the whole trip.
That's right.
Make it a silver dollar and you've got...
Victor French portrayed Isaiah Edwards in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character marked by resilience and complexity. Edwards, a friend of the Ingalls family, often faced personal demons, reflecting the struggles of many during the era. French's portrayal brought depth to the character, showcasing themes of loss, redemption, and the search for belonging in a harsh world. After Little House on the Prairie, French continued to work in television, becoming known for his roles in Highway to Heaven, where he starred alongside Michael Landon. Despite his success, French faced significant personal challenges. He dealt with the loss of loved ones, including the tragic death of his first wife, which deeply affected him. His struggles with health issues, particularly related to smoking, were well documented. In his later years, French battled cancer, a fight that ultimately claimed his life in 1989. His legacy remains in the hearts of fans who remember his poignant performances. The last known information about him reflects a man who, despite his fame, grappled with profound personal hardships.
You won't do it again.
Oh no, Pa. I won't. I won't have to. Ellie.
Bonnie Bartlett portrayed Grace Snyder Edwards in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, a character marked by resilience and strength amidst the struggles of frontier life. Grace, a widow, faced the harsh realities of survival while nurturing her family and community, embodying the spirit of perseverance. Bartlett's performance brought depth to the role, highlighting the emotional complexities of a woman navigating loss and hardship. After Little House, Bartlett continued her career with notable roles in various television shows and films, including St. Elsewhere, where she won 2 Emmy Awards. However, her life was not without challenges. She faced personal hardships, including a long battle with depression that affected her career and personal relationships. In her later years, she dealt with the shadows of Hollywood, including the pressures of aging in an industry that often overlooks older actresses. In recent years, Bonnie Bartlett has remained relatively private, with few public appearances. Last known information indicates she continues to live away from the spotlight, reflecting on a career that spanned decades, and a life filled with both triumphs and trials.
Any idea who it was?
Yeah, I know who it was. That same bunch of hooligans that was raising all the records.
Dabbs Greer portrayed Reverend Robert Alden in the 1974 series Little House on the Prairie, bringing depth and warmth to a character that served as a moral compass for the community. His performance resonated with viewers, capturing the struggles of faith and the complexities of human relationships in a pioneer setting. Greer's portrayal was marked by a quiet strength, often facing personal and societal challenges that added layers to his character. After Little House on the Prairie, Greer continued to act, appearing in various television shows and films. However, his career was not without hardship. Greer faced significant personal challenges, including a battle with depression that affected both his professional and personal life. He also dealt with the loss of close friends and colleagues, which weighed heavily on him. In the late 1990s, he experienced a serious health scare that led to a reevaluation of his life and priorities. In his later years, Greer became a recluse, often avoiding the public eye. He lived quietly until his death in 2007, leaving behind a legacy marked by both triumph and struggle. His final days were spent reflecting on his life and career, shrouded in the mystery of a man who had touched many lives, yet remained largely unknown outside his roles.
I signed a letter of agreement on behalf of all of us.
Ah, who cares about him anyway? We're your brothers.
As we wrap up our journey through the beloved series Little House on the Prairie, we reflect on the profound impact it had on its cast and viewers alike. The show, which aired from 1974 to 1983, captured the struggles and triumphs of the Ingalls family, bringing to life their resilience through challenges like drought, illness, and loss. From Michael Landon's portrayal of Charles Ingalls to Melissa Gilbert's heartfelt performance as Laura, each actor faced their own paths after the show ended. Michael Landon, who became a beloved figure, dealt with personal struggles before his untimely passing in 1991. Melissa Gilbert navigated her own ups and downs in Hollywood, yet she always cherished her time on the prairie. Did you grow up watching this series? What memories do you have tied to those warm family moments and life lessons? We invite you to share your stories in the comments below. Let's celebrate the nostalgia and connections we all have to this timeless classic.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you, Miss Ingalls. Get your things, honey. Let's go.